Alright, there we go. Alright.
Hello again. I do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then.
Lo Mantang stick fighting is a form of martial arts originating from the island of Lo Mantang. It uses slender wooden sticks for confront.
Actually, a great many cultures have their own version of stick fighting, such as the sacred Mabolo
You doze off as he paints you a comprehensive picture of the history of man, he's good at speaking. People must.
But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying? Then I guess everything got said, right?
You see, a once bright, a slogan used to intertwine with.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
I like Kim.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered. Dripping water falls from a high place. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with.
No, I won't even try. I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad. Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I...
Fuck the phone box. I'm still gonna use it.
A metal payphone under. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still. End of tone.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre? Do you have any news about Pierre? He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country. I was a baroness.
Pause.
You won't get me, and you...
Phone. Disconnect. Tone.
I think we're done with that. It's enough to waste 10 cents there.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jacket?
A poet could write a dozen verses. You should still take it.
Oh, it's a hat. bottles lying around, do you? But I do see change.
The smell. It's awful and familiar. It doesn't help. You can still... Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death. Something cold wakes in the pit of... The signs of decaying meat. It announces itself from 24 meters away. A warning. A memento mori. The lieutenant has already... There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumb 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor.
A tragedy.
Whoever tossed it here was a Red Astra is the black market version of... You see traces of mayonnaise. It's no older than a day. It's hard to concentrate. A man lies on the boardwalk. His limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must... You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. Or maybe it was just dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His
We'll see.
eyes, empty and wide, look frightening.
I
in their
appreciate the
frozen
invite,
gaze.
though. We'll see what happens. I don't even know if I have that updated or not. Yeah, it's updated. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate it.
Height 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair. Stout build. Age approximately 50 to 60 years. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrap. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. This is what killed him.
Obviously.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself.
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
They screech under your feet. You see waves churning below. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole. And Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The blackness of death.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of... I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the...
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad.
We do know that he was married. But you're right. Let's not run ahead. For now, all death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably...
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Oh, yes. Some symptoms of...
No.
I think that death arrived through No, I don't see anything.
Agreed. If this somehow convert...
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. Not that sealing it off would... It does seem to be a pretty... From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let the...
Okay. Over here. Look like anything over there, okay.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast. Nothing happens, only the sound of the...
I don't think that's going to work.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. The surface is smooth from the wind, but more... This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is... You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. It's modern. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief.
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests, for Revachol aussi, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth. That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Voila. Looks very modern. You're part of the future brigade now, and the padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the hole.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building... Yes, the pulsing base. A sure sign of...
There's something on the sea ice there.
So, Mr. Prybar. Now let's try that
Heavy
shit.
wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The padlock, should you want to get through.
Maybe we should circle the building first and...
A minute or so of mauling away at the lock has led to no success.
I'm not as... sturdy as you are.
The doors remain unchanged.
Ah, fine. Probably switch back to Mr. Chain Cutters. There. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while.
It's military. A service depot. The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
It may have been used to serve as an aerostatic battleship in the atmosphere, or a fortification, like a sea fort. You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked,
We don't get in there. Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that
no. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk.
Yeah, I understand you. I like opening doors as much as the Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either.
At least you can think about opening it. About door.
Fine. I don't have any skill points, do I? I do. Oh. All right.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. The reeds sway in the coastal breeze. Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go. No, you won't.
All right, that's right. These are the traps he had set. Okay. The 1 down. What's a scented scarf? Yeah, no, thanks. Let's make sure, so... Oh, we can do that right now.
The library card is folded into 2 and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side, Billy, is a unisex name. Could be that whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller, Most of these titles seem to, if lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything.
Good idea.
Cool. Alright. Ooh, a white polo shirt. Never mind. I did not mean to do that, but that works. I'm right by the kinema.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell.
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is that... Hold on. Okay. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their...
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer? Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment. Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone?
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work. Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release.
Good. You have a name now.
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband... Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a... Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to... Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Okay.
The afternoon sun shimmers off the white on blue. Do something important? Something This is a Caprice Kinema with its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine. The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin. Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
You want to take a closer look? 130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter. Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR-18.
7.2. Supercharged. Yes. An extraordinary...
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first. Maybe. Yes, definitely.
And means no.
He doesn't want you touching his fucking car.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito. Bullet hole. You drop the white envelope in the... About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very... Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that...
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't... Yes, for sending...
Okay, we need to go visit Everard. I think I need to talk to Measurehead.
The unpromising race pupil returns. There is nothing found. Those are a receding genetic pool. The Vesper the other overproduct, as proven by the mound and the mask. The Areopath, the latter is perfected. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to.
I think this rate,
That will be the...
he will grant us...
Your pedomorphic friend has...
The lieutenant does...
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness.
Wrong button.
This is the night watchman. A rusting control. A rusting control panel with no screech of metal when you... Crane does not return to its... Crane does not return.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
If business planning were really your strong suit, you...
He should what?
The volunteer police force. And why would I do that? I don't believe in handouts, especially still. The idea, tell me, if you could invest in the RCM, where
The latest technological wonders.
the RCM's problems aren't the kind
If I could interject, the RCM's problems...
I think the lieutenant's right.
Yes, yes, that's precisely what we need.
Hell no! Can you imagine think about investing is the less
The lieutenant's disappointment is power.
Now, was there anything else I could help you gentlemen?
If only I had that kind of money. Talk to Everard. Like my rubber goes full of sadness.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus, now, what can Everard Clare do for you today? Mega rich lightbending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there? Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich lightbending guys.
You're a dick.
There was a guy in the container, but he didn't bend any light. That wasn't the detective's head.
Of course it was.
Honestly, guys, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect. No, they're not. They're vermin, and one just found a way inside my container. Soon, he'll bring the others. All 3 of them. Thank you for telling. I shudder.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the... You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything.
See? For well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces.
So the village is doomed.
You were there, you saw the place, a wasteland, there's nothing left. But mark my words off reset. I have big plans for Harry. Imagine a youth center supermarket church complex. Employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. Harry, enough
Fuck
is
you.
enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's
I
time
just
to
need
move
you
on.
to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yes, I do. I got the center, I got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years...
And then there will be a giant statue of him.
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes. Damn right I'm up to something, Harry. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as Joyce Messier. That's my job. I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead. Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war. Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in. Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? We're not gonna give nothing. We're gonna take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her asshole. She has no chance. Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go. It's already happening. 2,372.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for...
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see... Haven't you seen the crates outside, Harry? There's all sorts of fun stuff inside them. I mean, heck, this one has you...
Did he just deflate slightly? Was there something he wanted you to ask about? Maybe you should definitely come back here and ask again if you learn more about the Union.
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had... Your gun is with an old woman. I hear she's a character, so watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as...
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like... The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building. As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable.
We might be looking at someone with a medical history here. Watch out.
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and...
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for any...
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge, but this has been so I'm always happy to... Very nice, Harry.
I can't fast travel from here, dang it.
This is how I enter my house. What's up, fuckers? Why are you on my phone? Fuck you, that's why!
Hey, bro. Fast travel here now? Wish I knew how to fast travel better.
Mister, I'm not gonna bother.
No, he's fine. I remember him vaguely. Alright, let's run. So we have to find the smoker, 2100, see if anyone's home, and then after 2200, find her. Oh, I should probably reinspect the body while I'm waiting. Giving him a jogging experience of his life. Nothing up here, right? No.
The payphone hangs. The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer, slides.
Good. I can't put any more points into volition. We're almost done with magnesium-based life form. I'm just gonna wait.
wandering man?
Nope. Come on. Down here.
Right to what?
Looking for something, Hunt? No.
He's got a smoke right there.
It's my last one. Sorry. Hold on. But, what, officer? Sorry I couldn't be of any yet.
Fuck you. Welcome to the episode.
The corpse looks. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below.
Active decay. It's okay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
There he still is, looking right.
Gotta be a way to get him down.
What do you see?
Maybe if I put a physical instrument? Endurance, okay. Well, maybe I'll throw one in endurance. Oh, let's try this.
There he still is, looking right as you breathe
Holy
in,
shit!
The odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty, with your hands at your side, and your eyes squinting. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of...
They do after 7 days, yes.
The man before you is naked.
Here we go.
For a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymers. These are clearly not boots. They're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic. It's clearly some manner of super armor or future.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's Vitreous in number. This is a piece by piece. He's been out here for 7. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing
The sabatons dangle off the man's. A small bell-like sound fills the air.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by if trees were made of porcelain. This is the smooth, glossy surface, fractures into... The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E...
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
No.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase. Looks like he worked for a private contractor, like Evrard told us. Wealthy, with state ties.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you...
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Oops.
Brutal!
You're going to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Stop obsessing about your sexuality. You are about to seriously come.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? Try what exactly?
If you can't experiment, how will you learn?
I don't think we should do anything just for the hell of it. There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots.
There might still be a way to peel them off, but first, the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. All right then. You can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected? Of course there aren't. Don't.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the bronze. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying
airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. Right now, everything seems to fit their confession. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
True.
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch.
Could be. The shape of the cadaver hangs from an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through.
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword.
A Trigat Sunshine. Mini.
Trigat is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left.
It contains insight to the victim's person. This was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Now, if you could find someone to decipher it, sure, just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode.
I'm gone.
What? How the fuck did that work?
Into the wild pale yonder. In the past. Way out in the west. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead, cop. What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Okay.
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Here you go, you loony. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. No, you don't. That's right. Stupid, because you have. Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
You sure I got out of that one? Coppolini. Come back later, Coppo.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something.
So, what do you think? Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head.
You would still like the hypostasis marks in the neck to be a bit more pronounced.
Maybe it looks faint to you? It could be more pronounced, actually. Dumont noté. Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have... I agree.
His personality is no longer
totally dead. That sounds about right, yes.
I got him to trust me, yay!
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time.
The fuck are you saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Kuno's a fucked up little kid. I honestly don't really have too much of a take on Kuno, mainly... I don't know. He's strange.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso covered in...
Of course. You have questions, don't you? Come back late.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating and not...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. Someone else? You mean...
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
Someone like a paid garbage man? Or... I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary climb up there and... There has to be a less risky way. With less falling down of trees.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pigs!
How? Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno.
Oh. Oh, do I have the eye-hand coordination for this? Oh, crap. Oh, wait. I can boost it. There we go.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants...
Silence. With and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his...
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of...
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's desk...
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Clad.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at...
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break in. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate... I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks.
Fuck
Go
yes.
ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't look...
I only have one.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Fuck you, Kuno. Actually, this one deserves a...
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer. Take it and shoot yourself.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through. You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of...
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot him.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet...
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth?
Ooh.
At least you won't miss.
Seriously!
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Your field of view narrows. The slow movement of the branch in the wind.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking...
Wait, I can point the gun at the kid? Oh, that is fucked up. No. I did it!
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir.
Oh, that's good. Well.
With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid sound.
Fuck you, Corpale!
Who's laughing now, you little shit?
Ace is high.
Yes,
The
slap his
ace
hand.
is high. You could add an ace's. The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap.
I
It's
like him.
precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were...
Oh, part of me just wants to do that just to fuck with the kid. Well, yeah, no, I did see you could do the advanced version, the high and low. I figured I wouldn't do the low, though. I wasn't skipping. I figured I'd just do the high.
Kuno cracks with laughter.
I knew they suck each other off.
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before...
Slumped on the ground like that as not improved.
The stench is getting bad. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. I need a little breather before. I would suggest we interview Everhart and Joyce, the leader of the Union and the Wild Pines rep. But we've already done that, so it's up to you, Detective. Take us.
Magnesium-based life form. We tell them, hell no. You're about to become a magnesium-based life form. The age of the primitive carbon man is done. No longer must mankind rely on slow-working background radiation to take us further into our genetic destiny. This is the era of guided evolution, and magnesium is the key. You are the first of your species, the next step in human evolution, an advanced magnesium proto-man who mags it up.
Sweet. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this one.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Muindi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Epui Descent, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea. You must have me confused with the Copperpedia. You, sir, you are the Copperpedia.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there. I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes? That's right.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
That's you.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribbling.
KK57 dash.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals precinct. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Next, NA. Next, NA. Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side. He nods.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Muindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say white. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither...
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and...
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10.
KK 57 0503.
None. At least not after the initial examination. Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem. They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for him.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row. Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, and so, all across Jamrock, Coal City,
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries...
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think.
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is the deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet. The stench is suffocating. There must be brilliantine in there. He's combed his hair back with oil.
Lividity is consistent with hanging, albeit faint, as noted. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and...
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest.
Oh,
consistent
got
with
it.
predation. Ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need...
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Careful.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling up. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now.
Okay.
Like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose. After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the... Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like...
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact.
No! It's gonna happen, see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of...
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genital...
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his...
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat.
We have a real museum. Last item, hands.
The hand feels heavy, filled with decay liquids, like it's...
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling. I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have any...
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to
Uno
the
momento, por favor. I'm going to the restroom. Guess the cat's with me.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with big...
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer. Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury-related. Eyes and tongue protuberant.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting... You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound.
No scream. No sigh of relief rises
Oh,
from
I'm gonna do it.
It's hard. You taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. Inside, you see darkness.
Hemorrhaging present in hepatobiliary, NA. Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
Hepato means liver, and biliary, the gallbladder.
Neither am I. Same for toxicology and serology, unless you have untapped reservoirs.
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and...
No. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hand. Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list? Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck.
Be thorough if you want maximum result.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not... And your opinion, officer? Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response.
At maximum velocity.
Has confessed to causing it at...
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest.
Right. Next. Nothing. Just in case. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. Well, we established probable cause of death. We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say?
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
You tilt your head. I'm sure we didn't get everything.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body. The genitals in his breeches.
Can't get enough.
Do you think we missed something? Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another. It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man?
Only if all else fails.
Kuno looks like he gets around. No, or remember the buttons on that intercom over there, on the side of the building next to the Whirling? One was for Revachol Ice City. Perhaps it's a clue.
Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour. If you think so, officer, I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I'll take it from there. Continue working here. The locals, the case, or attend to your own business.
This means Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You're free to do side tasks, and even the main case, though it might be more difficult. If you have nothing to do, read books or sit on the bench on the plaza.
Oh, we made it here.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky. Gone. For you to discover. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
What's going on? Isn't like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a
Trying to fuck at the Kuno?
Kuno gonna fuck you up!
normal is not what we got here.
Kuno doesn't.
Fine. So I got a couple more hours.
Can I help you?
What is this thing?
Okay. Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
That works.
You see a heavy steel door with a
I've got nothing to.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind. Did you already try the gun thing? You're probably right. The others are only there for filler.
Stop shitting your pants. The law handled it.
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
No, asshole. You're nobody.
Stop yelling about the goddamn law in my establishment!
Gee. Okay, we get it. No need to piss in my drink.
May as well try everything.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons, lists, silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Got it. I don't think I could. Could I? Hold on, I'm gonna make a save real quick. Just to make sure. I mean, I don't think I have... Do I have everything to do the karaoke?
Yes? What? Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
You're an asshole. You know what? Maybe we...
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay? It means I'm a...
What was with that, sir?
Well, I,
Cut the shit. Every second you stand here running your mouth, the case grows colder.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
You know what it is. It's
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
another life.
Yes, from another life. A different life. Mate, to what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality? Okay, that's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Somewhere good. Okay.
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment? Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind. Partner.
Okay. How about you stop wasting my time and get on with what...
Oh no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
this isn't helping.
You're not going to believe this, but yes, sir.
Huh.
Solving crimes like just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang.
Oh, it's you, you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to...
Not even a little bit.
Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right? There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it's... Yes, just cross...
Again? I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say? Okay?
Jean, he said okay.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind.
Where are the rest of the traps? Alright, we'll check traps, I suppose. Oh, wait, I gotta talk to the old lady. Worried about Morel.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. Goodness, how is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet? Oh, yes. That's my Morel. But I am so relieved to hear that.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging bodies fail. Her heart won't rest until Morel.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some... Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. when all of a sudden...
Come here. Really? Come on, cat. I'm having a hard time carrying you.
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
Betancourt got bombed in the war. It used to be quite...
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk. I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud. I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. He said my descriptions matched the Phasmid down to a T. Our first, yes.
The sigh is tender. The sigh is...
Not all of them, as far as I remember. Some of them, on the inside, like stalks of marble, if that makes sense. It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be...
What if it is the case?
Of course. I've thought about it. But Morel says my report matches with the others. And I'm sure... So how did I know what to imagine? You trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian Phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance.
Hi. Burn like a cat. I'll just go with cat. Cat makes more sense. Somebody who knows history.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime Romance.
Do I? No. No! Cat! No! You're not going behind the monitor this time.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
I can't suggest. No. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait. The pawn shop. The pawn shop is one place I want to hit real quick. Not Freet. Pawn shop. I think it's closer down by the coast. Ooh. I still want to go to Freet because I think there's plenty of bottles I can get rid of too. So let's go to Freet.
The The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine. Do you know what you should do with that?
No, I don't want to drink liquor.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest. A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harman Wow.
And here you are, quality sound reproduction on.
The portal reel is just what you needed. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by... Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. A click. Then silence for a bit. Then
there we go.
The tape stops spinning. Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with... Yep, they're all here. All three. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Immediately, the boombox tunes itself back.
All right.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them. Prolidon is just something since the People's Pile disaster. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for...
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
People's Pile was a Type U particle decayed, a primitive nuclear reactor. Also called, construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued, needless to say, an emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick. There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why so much disappointment and early deaths. Cancer mostly. No one's. Everyone.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then, so I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there, it's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. I like the theory more than the story.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Of course. It's in working order still, isn't it? Sure thing. Sure, man. Have you tried it before? Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained.
I respect your decision, officer.
Yeah, let's not do drugs. I mean, I'm fucked up enough as it is. All right, we'll do the traps.
A police badge on which...
All right. Really much going on over here. Nope. Alright, we're done. We're done with this area. There we are.
A familiar apparatus, the reeds bend for law, the constant. This trap is also full of panicked.
Alright, that's 2 done. Southeast of the village, check the trap near the boathouses west of the Feld building, and then check the trap where I'll just set up. Okay.
This is it, the scene of the party, the fire pit, cigarettes. Not as such. I'm talking about what came after. Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carrier.
It just leads over there.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bed.
No, we're not ready for that yet.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up?
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. Sure, friend. You know it.
Don't mind old Rosemary here. He's a buffoon. Let's have a word after your high-concept transactions.
Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her. You see, friend, man makes his own. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Mm-hmm. Hook 'em and cook 'em, huh? You see, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know, it's funny.
He's finding it difficult to focus his water.
What?
Keep him talking.
This guy. Oh, this is medicinal spirits. I got one of those scientific ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go. It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to fight 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for...
Don't say it.
Yeah, be careful.
Feels like someone set a mustard field ablaze right inside your nose. In all fairness, that might be attributed.
So, what's the deal, friend? What, 3 real and it's yours, friend?
Well done. That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
My kind of guy. Here you go, friend. In the civilized world, it's a custom.
The noxious odor emanating from the...
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't! Abigail. Oh, Abigail. Uh-huh. Abigail.
You're not going to get anything out of... Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy...
Don't call Abigail!
The man hiccups. Then he snorts and beckons. He waves his hand as if shooing. The drunk man starts coughing a really
Don't you fucking call! Don't! No!
So he's passed out.
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang.
That's harsh. I'm like 3 or maybe 4 years into mine. Wait, no. Make it 5. Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my...
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation.
We are saving... Place! Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're... So now, it's you. We've met before.
No, you sure don't.
Maybe. You look like you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be. Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did... Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them.
It is. Does that sound like something you'd do? Yeah, probably.
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this, we get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up.
Do you remember the sound of wood?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you... Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis, and what we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing... The time hath come! So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath... The time hath come for Tequila Sunset! The end of all things! Your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal. We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though.
In this way, you and your motor carriage...
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us. We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on. I'm not sure. I think you were the event. Tequila Sunset. You know, as opposed to a Tequila Sunrise, which is long gone. Yeah, I agree. Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, how they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked It was the greatest thing this fishing village has seen.
Oi, that was a classic too.
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying...
No one's fucked me. I do the fuck...
Abigail!
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. Beside your gun and your badge, in retrospect, I guess you told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest... No specifics, though. It was more about you. Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were... I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve. You kept apologizing for being such... You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid." It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid... Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. It depends, really.
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so... You might get scammed here.
I don't want it, man. I need it.
Be right
Can't
back.
tell stories without it. Fly stories are boring, see?
Oh, probably should have pressed escape first, damn it.
So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? Classy.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to me. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder / junior partner at a... I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract val... I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm. But the burden of leadership weighed heavily. 22 full-time employees. An all-star team. It did. With my trusty Sansariq tracksuit, I felt like I could... But now, dreams are worn thin. One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of...
His eyes are clouded. His eyes are your eyes.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. Wet, okay? I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because, ouch, indeed. Reality was looking, so I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my... I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie, strap-on.
Sure,
I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be... Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that... Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a... So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh? Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was... The hobo lifestyle definitely has some perks. Not having to pay rent, first and foremost. Not being responsible. But that charm wears off pretty quickly. Before you know it, you're wearing a shit-stained tracksuit and spending... Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty? I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creatives. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this...
A lost jacket? Sounds like a mystery you could look into.
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom spiral out. Yeah, exactly. If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd have it? Somewhere north of here, that's for sure. My agency, man. I convinced my partners to reinvest. I was financing a group of poets in East Reb.
If it sounds like it makes no sense, that's because it doesn't.
Well, you know, sex sells. Maybe you're right. Who knows? What? You've never... Pretty nice, huh? This might be one of the last of its...
Good God. It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like rubbing two jellyfish skins together. Randomized trials have also found Lycra, TM, to be associated. And then there's the smell.
Wow, you're lucky.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rose. My fellow members of the Union of Moribund Alcoholics?
Hey, Tequila! You want to buy some speed?
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary.
I thought he was a cool...
A gurgling sound comes from...
And yeah, I'm all ears, Tequila. What's in an...
Hey, Spiral...
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story. I was once a reasonably... So you don't... I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift. Then I can't keep on telling the stories. Wonderful. Cottonmouth is keeping... You too, Tequila.
Alright.
Aces high. For the rest of the world, the Aces High is just a cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by Eris.
I like that. Could do one more door because I can. Alright, so I need to go... Oh, some money here.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a
Yes. Yes.
It doesn't look like he knows what that means.
Hello, mister. Bye.
Well, there's nowhere to go but up. That's the mirror.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the
Who are you?
Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with? A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since... Are you now? There are a lot of law... I guess men with authority have their quirks. What brings you here, lawbringer? The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually...
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
Let's see. Who are you looking for? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Remarkable. That one already lost. It's a good thing, too, that he has an actual police...
That's odd. Is she actually impressed?
That's sweet of you. It really is. I check around the abandoned fish market on the boardwalk. Drunks are inexplicable.
A phenomenon that the spectral hand theory of the market fails to account for.
If one of them lost something, that's as good a place to start looking as any. Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting...
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in...
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
Well, the RCM has to wait for another one, because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay and blew...
Spiky. Must have been a naval contact mine.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's too intimate. Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a...
But not when you're in a tight spot.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that that goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything... Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin.
The traces of her laughter are still there.
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check.
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
If it is, then why the melon?
Gone. To the waves. The sea took him. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
True.
She really likes those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very... She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk.
Oh.
Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Yeah,
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just... Aye. Sunny days. You got a problem with that? Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets.
There's a moment's silence. She looked...
In time, when the sea turns and the winds settle, she...
My prediction, it will be at least 2 days. Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based...
Okay. Where's this going? Absurdly and pointedly phrased.
She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Perhaps...
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea? This calls for a funeral, if you ask me. Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all. Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and...
Life world. Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers.
Oh, yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals.
It's going to be quite a few years before nature is able to completely take care of a motor carriage.
I understand, believe me. I really do. I think about all the frivolous side activities I could be doing every time I go out there with my net. But daydreaming is a rich man's game.
Don't want to go out there. Nope, nope. Go this way. Gotta go check the nets. Be up over here.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens.
Oh. Hello there.
Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold.
Huh? So should you.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Lots of feeling. Feel it up. You're saying it really loud, but it's not coming out right. More. More.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
The girl looks down, slowly curling into a ball. The young woman has kept her eyes trained on her wires.
Jesus.
Wait, looking up, she sees a grown man on the wrong side.
This isn't really about the hat, is it? You know, you're not the only one with issues. I self-medicate. Shit. Crying helps, though. Get it out your system. So, like...
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark...
I was wondering when you would come around. What's up? What is it? Oh. Really? So the thing that's got you crying in front of strangers? No. It sounds like you just got chick issues. Okay. Why'd you think that? There you have it then, chick trouble. Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this, Chica. Are you sure? Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you? How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing? Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory. Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I...
It's obvious she's done.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank. You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch. A cell. Why? Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name.
This is a portable recording device. It's for actually just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sound.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No, you're welcome.
Yeah, I record stuff with it. No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble. Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum. Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum-going kind of person. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sucks, man. Was there something else? Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones.
What happened to the old headphones?
My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Thing.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be... I don't really know what I'm doing.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible. Like a warm blanket had fallen off her shoulders. The wave of...
No, man, fuck that. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
She's shivering a bit.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. Thanks. That?
And who are these boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in. Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than...
It's probably amphetamine. It makes you feel...
I got my recordings to do. Go ahead. It's supposed to become, like, a club for anodic dance music. Like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the palace. Except that... yeah. You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments. Synthesizers and tape
This is an evolutionary step up from amplified instruments, which in turn are a step up from acoustic instruments.
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be hey, don't get me wrong, but you're a cop, right? Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things. They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? No. Not really.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally...
It's Noids. Yeah, I guess you could say that. To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him, he'll tell ya. Go ahead.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic.
Okay, bye.
Alright.
One more door. There is no way to open the supply depot door. Accept it. You cannot open all the doors. You have to integrate this into your character. Some doors will forever remain closed, even if every single other door will open at one time or another. Maybe to a key, or maybe to some sort of tool meant for opening doors. But this one will never accede to such commands. A realization crucial to personal growth. Crucial.
I'll accept it. I will accept that. I will accept that. I need to put a new hat on. Sure, why not?
A pane of Etonite, barely holding it up. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
That works.
The tent is just tarpaulin.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music.
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Here comes the night!
The young man.
This is hardcore! Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core! All right!
He furrows his brow as
Hardcore! Ah!
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
I am the mic enforcer.
No.
Back to the heavyweight. Hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibbity. We're close. True. Hard. Full. It's hardcore. Skibbity, skip.
That's wrong.
We're
Here we go.
close. True. Hardcore. Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yeags and args. This produces, or maybe it's not Gottvalian. Maybe it's Oranese.
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck? Good, good.
The Advent? We're close. True. Hard. Full. It's hardcore. Skibbity. We're close. True. Hardcore. Yeah!
This young man, or maybe it's not Gott.
The Y to the E to the A to the A. Yeah! We're close. True. It's hardcore. Skibbity.
Oh, wrong one.
We're close. True. Hard. Full. It's hardcore. Skibbity.
Oh, I screwed that up.
We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yakokata. The place to. Yakokata is
An intricate system of irrigation networks.
We're close. True. Hard. Full. It's hardcore. Skibbity.
I had something with it.
True. Hardcore. Yeah!
This young man, or maybe it's not.
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck? Good, good.
The Advent?
Nope, I pressed the wrong one.
We're
Damn it.
close. True. Hardcore. Yeah!
This young man, or maybe it.
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck? Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at you.
So am I.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead?
Egghead to the mega. The K became the G. The boy became the man. The Advent? We're close. True. Hard. Full. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All car. All right. Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job. Hardcore party.
There is a place far away in.
That was not the right
True.
answer.
Hardcore to internally coherent. All car. Gotta get the people going. Yeah. We're close. True. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All car. Gotta get the people. I'm the party boy. It's my job. 2 on a track.
Nope, that's not the right
We're
one.
close. True. Hardcore to internally coherent. All car.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore.
The question is, what is the question? But there was a question.
All right.
True. Hardcore. Internally all car.
He furrows.
Hard.
The question is, but there was no question.
Go speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed. I suck at socialising, man. If you go speak to Andre, I'll have time to tune in, get a reading on your song. See? It's already going wrong. Sign is off.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tip.
Hello, I'm Andre.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair, aggressively so. You get the sense that this is what the future will look like.
Surprise, surprise.
Imbecilic. Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic. Like this guy. His grip is strong, sweaty.
This is my posse.
The young man with
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves, we have many in the pipeline.
that means they haven't.
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish an...
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer.
He has authority issues. Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and dopeheads!
Burnouts! Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jap.
Strike that! And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there with a
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre. Also, they don't eat or clean the building.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky... All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously.
Oh, so you met her? I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's attempt... I had to do it in a hurry. Not my best work. Of course. Not all right.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The young man with ribcage shaped. The word august, used as an adjective. That's how cool it feels to be.
Not long. Like a week, maybe? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean...
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff. I don't know. What?
Oh, yeah.
I knew you'd get it. You're one smart cop.
He nods attentively.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want. Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses. Well, there's also the machinery. When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
There is a cat there, okay. Hi, kitty.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water.
Andre!
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No! The other one!
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence.
Awful. Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it. Like, you aren't alone, you know? It wasn't quite you.
Not human, as in a god.
It was this dark shape climbing
Ow.
upside down.
Stop
along the
biting
ceiling,
my foot.
Like some kind of crab man.
Oh, come here, you.
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, it was stalking a cell.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures, and not known for climbing.
Crab man! Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her.
So he hasn't even been in there lately. Is he afraid?
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't...
There probably is no crab man.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you.
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations, where you can listen to people getting killed on, then jerk off to it.
Must be. Even Kuno knew that.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid, just like...
He appears sincere enough, sire. You could have...
We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. Well, honestly...
This is a below-feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Hey now, I'm 7. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think that... Sure. What? He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being, you know, a host, a declaimer of slogans.
Interesting, sire. A bit like you, then. An MC for short.
Well, he's just kind of here. Yeah, sometimes. When I, like, stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hard...
The man smiles, mysterious. I get it. He's a puzzle.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor name for the founding party.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious... Yes? Yes. What? Yeah, good to have. Oh, it's the one they sell at the fuel...
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he nods enthusiastically. No doubt, a little relieved.
I don't have any skill points, right? Logic is hard with my guy.
Well, first of indeed. So one of plus, and it has to be considered. You can't...
As always, we'll...
I'll be right back. Alright, fuck this guy.
True, hard, full, core, hardcore. Hardcore is a mega. Internally coherent.
All core, all right, yeah.
He furrows his brow.
The question is, what is the question? But there was a question?
The club. True, hardcore. Hardcore is a mega. Internally coherent.
All core, all right, yeah.
He furrows his...
Hard.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Oh, finally, the son of a bitch.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he...
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra. I think it's super hardcore, but you're right.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto. Like it's not fully formed yet.
Wow! Culture Cop! I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be? No! This is the answer! What? Guys, there's something happening in his... Oh, yeah!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a...
I know! So does Matt!
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah! No nation! The trans nation! No vo-
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random...
Yeah!
Unless you were thinking Revershaw imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with X yelling. I know what you mean.
Hardcore superstar!
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Palaceum. She was a communist,
Yeah! With the rebel yell! I can be a communist!
If please don't turn him in... Oh yeah! Turn him into a communist, come on! It would be super!
Aye! Communism rules the nation! Here comes the sun!
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should...
Holy fuck.
In your heart that's alone.
What? Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about anodic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say
Excuse me, guys, sorry.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Hey, how you doing?
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead... Yeah, maybe that street talker across the... Anyway, that's all...
Copman! Tape! Yeah! Spins the tape into the...
Oh, I don't want to give that to him.
Yeah! Communism forever! Dark, hard...
basically, yes it is.
Lungs are for love! When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing.
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath?
I think so.
But that's what everybody saw.
All right!
Why does art inspire you so much? Excellent question. Art is a diverse range. In short, art is the highest form. Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes. Disheveled and prophetic. Of course not. It's autism, only the most experimental kind. Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. Well, quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Exactly. It's not only your duty to go ahead and provide.
Okay.
The shaggy-haired girl.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you gonna... Great. Let us know if there's any progress. Oh, that. You know...
She's less prone to blurt it out.
Okay. I went in and I saw... She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know. And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab. Down. He stopped right before he got to the floor. Then just hung there like that, looking at me. It was too dark.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
Why? I guess so. Anyway, what else? My associates? Sorry.
To the cops.
Me? I'm a
silver bird. Feels strangely familiar.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Okay. Where the fuck were the traps? God damn it, I missed one. Pretty sure this is his jacket.
Heavy wooden door. The lock turned a great whoosh of air in the heart of the city.
Yes. What?
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, and then it's gone. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow. You can hardly hear your own breathing. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Nope, I can't see.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin. There's nothing. Filled with vague... You see something hanging from the rafters. Maybe it's possible to...
What the fuck? Alright, Mr. Crabman.
Is that a man? Looks more like part of the Crab Man. The man leaned forward.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamra.
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that...
He's a born preacher. Enjoy the rhetorical flourishes, but remain vigilant. Don't let him get too close. He's crazy. Giving away all of your possessions, sacrificing a limb to appease an angry god, trying to live on, that's right. Hey, and what was that about, the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it, not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc Albino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
The only thing we need to talk about is how this is the Church of the Mother of Silence.
You have no idea what the fuck. Whatever it is, he's quite confident. 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I always thought of myself more like a flame. Flickering on...
That's not the only technique he's working on.
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something. Now I use those same hands in service of...
All right, let's consider the context and meaning here.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. No, man. You gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's like, Tiago's my name, by the way. Though those syllables don't mean much to me. A name isn't just your identity, but also your place amongst your fellows. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. That's not quite right, but you're getting somewhere. We are all one. Who sing, this is a special place. There's a perforation in the world. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed. Oh, that's no simple question. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever. I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Fine.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior.
It's not like that at all, man.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to him.
I heard that before, Wade. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you walked? She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out. I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you think.
Marietti is a Mesque style of music and dance. He lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some...
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here. Been spending a lot of time here.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams.
Police raid. A while. Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me. Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there. Might even be nice to have some company. Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa.
Viejita is Grandma?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not. That's what I said, Holmes. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she...
Or search through her radio computer.
Yeah, that's a thing I'll do.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures. This is the Ream Prefect. Radio computer model number RC70. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly... As you step closer, you notice fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Somebody on the side says,
you gotta come on up?
Marker.
Well.
Log. February to March.
Hi, girl. Hi. Aw. You're a sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah, I love you too. Want to sit here and help me play? I mean, you can sit in my lap and I can pet you. There we go.
This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its... A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing. The static gets louder, slowly filling up.
Good evening. Votre accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
This is a human interface. A retired person.
The filament you have inserted into the core. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is this the personal log? Good. Please.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a...
No.
A hint system is not...
Still no. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy. Now, can you receive? I will read votre accident. Is there anything else I can... The company on whose name... One moment. Fortress Accident SCS produces revolutionary...
That's not bad.
I wouldn't know. I'm only here for past. Any other questions? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and I work as a repeater. As for me, well, I am now. Please tell me if sleep well.
The machine's keyboard is still... Nothing happens.
Okay.
In white, silver, and apricot face. This is her innocent, cradled in her arms are a pair of... Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There, The world is silent, but for the woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers. She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. With that terrible word ringing through your mind, you rise. Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe the highest category of historic more. And innocence is elected to office by the founding, and innocence is infallible. The decisions made. No, we are alone. 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of many things, you know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential. Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. It was on her advice that Irene, she was crowned 2 years after. Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love, as did we all. The lands in a city called Advesperaskit. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress. Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother. A midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. One of the men in this secret service killed her. 22 years, something that had walked in our midst. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, this inhuman quality was terrifying, is a term too emotionally. Although she's often considered to be the greatest human being, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of the Mesk state tribe, suggesting those who fight against it. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after this subtle terror is part of, but she was not hell. There you stand, below her once more. With your hands, a jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glove. Unknown. A motor carriage? A gunshot? Someone... The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses. Small figures of wise men. Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then, along the left side, Après le monde, after life. The mother of humanity. The machine's keyboard, the speaker.
Good evening. Votre good. Please repeat. Received. Votre success. Sleep well.
The machine's keyboard.
I think I found that. Okay, well, guess I'll try that.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Show me your hands. This is the pace. Show me your hands. Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative.
Failure to comply. Suspect.
Her eyes bulge with terror.
I am the police. Don't move. Don't move. Suspect is on the loose. That one extra lick with a baton.
The situation looks bad. You have to go for the gun sooner or later. This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always...
It's the goddamn police, shitbag. Cut the pavement. Back up. Back up. Back up. Status unconfirmed.
You are? Mr. Moran? No way.
There's a scenario unfolding in her.
Law enforcement compromised. Impersonating...
Does she not believe you're actually a police officer?
License and registration. License and
It's not a code, just disjointed words. All right, this is how we do it. You hurl the tear bag in her face, already darting right, and immediately... No, that won't be necessary. Look closer. The gun, all 3 barrels, red and blue light shining through.
What? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have... Police guns always have bullets.
There we go.
What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Got him!
Grab the gun, right now.
No one ever cares anymore.
This limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is grinding to a halt. Tired of walking the desert. Okay, you need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to...
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the catatonic woman, especially now that she's unarmed, doesn't seem to be a threat to anyone but herself.
Ooh. Fuck Titus.
The catatonic woman doesn't understand.
Please leave the radio on.
Oh.
Mr. Moran is on Channel 8.
Reflex to what? She stands motionless. Just
Feel bad for her.
The woman stands is one of those things a police cat. She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar look. The old woman doesn't.
I think I'm just gonna call it a night. We got my gun back. We got my badge back. That's fucking day 3. We got the dead body down too. So I would say that's a bonus. So yeah, I think we'll call it. You all have a good night. And I will catch you on the flip side. Peace!